Okay, in this video, we are going to set up some equations for a word problem and then solve them using a system of equations. So this is a kind of a typical sort of problem that you will see just in general for when they're trying to give you practice on solving systems of equations. Usually they take two different things and then they give you two different situations with those two different things with prices or totals or something, and then you got to figure out what they are. So this one's no different. So what we're going to do is, let's just read it really quick. It says, 1 month, Miguel rented 3 movies and 5 video games for a total of $43. All right. Next month, he rented 9 movies and 7 video games for a total of $83. So we have to look at what we want to find, and usually the next sentence will tell us that, and it does. Find the rental cost for each movie and each video game. So they were very nice in this problem, and they always put movies first and they put video games second. So we're going to make X is going to be for us the cost of the movies, all right, of movie, and then Y is the cost of a video game, right? So those are our variables, right? Not our video games. Those are our variables, and we're going to use those in these two different situations to write some equations that we can then solve using what we know about solving with systems of equations. So the first one, Miguel rented 3 movies and 5 video games for a total of $43. So I know whatever we do, it equals $43. Okay, 3 movies, so that would be 3 times the cost of the movies, and that will tell you what that costs. And then 5 times the cost for 1 video game. I should specify that. It's cost for 1 movie and the cost for 1 video game, right? It's a unit cost. All right, now in the next one, the next month he rented 9 movies and 7 video games for a total of $83. So it's going to be the same kind of deal. 83 goes over here on the right, and then 9 times the cost per movie, which is X, plus 7 times the cost per video game. Now I have two equations, and basically all I got to do is just figure out how to solve this thing. So I think it would be easiest to concentrate on our X's, because 3 is already a factor of 9. 3 goes into 9 3 times. And then, seeing as they have the same sign, it would probably make the most sense for us to multiply that top equation not just by 3, but by negative 3. All right, so let's do that. So we get negative 9x minus 15y equals negative 129. And then that is over 9x plus 7y equals 83. All right, so my x's cancel. Negative 15 and positive 7 is going to give me negative 8y. And then negative 129 plus 83 is the same thing as the opposite value of 129 minus 83. So you get 6, right, and 4. And then it's going to be negative, right? So divide them both by negative 8. And we're going to get one of those situations that a lot of my algebra students complain about, which is where, you don't get a nice neat number and they think it's wrong because they get a fraction. Now, for the purposes of this, let's leave this in fractional form, all right? And you'll see why in a second, because it kind of helps you out a little bit. Rather than go straight to decimal, let's keep this in fraction form. So 46/8, if I divide it by 2, gives me 23/4. All right, and it's the negatives cancel out too, which hopefully you see that happens. So this actually works out well for us, because if you think about what a fourth, we're talking about money, right? It's the cost for 1 video game is 23/4. So if we're talking about that, right, 4 goes into 23 5 times, and then you have 3/4. Well, that's 75 cents. If you think of what 3/4 of a dollar is, 3/4 of a dollar is 75 cents. Right? So it's 575, but we're going to leave it like this when we put it back into our equation. So let's do that. So let's use the top equation. So we're going to go 3x plus 5 times 23/4 And then what we're going to do is, because I know I'm going to be multiplying this and moving it over to the other side, we are going to multiply 43 by 4 over 4 to get an equivalent expression that we can use. So we're going to make that 132 fourths, because 43 divided by 4, or ooh, I don't think I did that right. Yeah, I didn't do that right. Well, I'm glad I multiplied it by 3. So 43 divided by 4, if I'm paying attention, is 172. So we get 172 fourths. All right, much better. All right, let's simplify this side. So we get 36 plus 115 fourths equals 172 fourths. So we're going to now subtract. Sorry, we're kind of going into the next problem here, but that's we'll deal with it. We're going to subtract this from both sides. So when I do that, you just do 172 minus 115. Okay, and that's going to give me 57. All right, so 57 fourths is what 3x is equal to. Okay, and now to get rid of the 3, we're just going to multiply both sides by 1/3. All right, 3, so you get x. 3 goes into 57 19 times, and so you have 19 fourths for your cost. Okay, you can always do the straight across multiplication if you're not good at simplifying, but or using cancellation. But I'm telling you, man, learn how to do it. All right, it'll save you a lot of grief. So this, if I put it in terms of money, 4 goes into 19 4 times, and then you have 3/4 left over. So you have 475 and 575. So X, the cost of my movie. So my movies are $4.75 a piece, and then my video games are $5.75 a piece. And given that these problems were probably written about anywhere from 5 to 10 years ago, that's pretty accurate, probably. Most people, when they rent things these days, yeah, they do it online, right? But maybe they still cost that much. I don't know. Anyway, that was this video game. So I'm going to stop, and then we will have one more video that is going to focus on word problems. And this one is like a really typical like number comparison one, and you'll have seen it many times. So we'll see you in the next video.